think they're against him. They're against, well, you could say they against him, yeah, but it's mainly targeted towards his father. You know what I'm saying? Because Dion,
why though? He made them so much money.
He's a lightning rod though. You can't control him. Dion is a man. You know what I mean? He's an OG. He's a man. He stand on certain things, and when you a man, I mean, I don't know him, but just from the outside looking in, from what I see, you know, he's one of them type of people. And when you that type of person, people, you know, they hold grudges, man. They don't like that. They don't like your light. They don't like to see you shine. You know what I mean? And he's black.
I'm gonna need the stories, and you have to dive a little more deeper into the LA life.
Hi, Witty.
I took a break cause I had to get right now. I'm back in that mode. Nowadays, I don't see none of these niggas who claiming they stick to the code. I put bullets in my wallet and you niggas like it, you made the fold. Fuck on the Spanish hoe and she gon' DM me in vanish mode. And you gotta watch for all of these niggas ain't really your bros. Her and her friends gon' jump in the whip, my nigga, I came with the hoe. I smoke weed so I get high so I don't catch up with the low. Model bitch cooking for me, she cater to me, she Beyonce, no. No, I don't give a fuck what you say, so it's better you don't even speak. These niggas can walk in my shoes if these niggas had my feet. She heard I was good at rapping and beats, so she gon' let me.
Welcome to Pittsburgh Chatter, where I do interviews where I want, whenever I want, with who I want. Today I have someone I interviewed a while back, a special guest for part 2. Guttah, how's it going, man?
Dog, what's up, brother? How you, man?
All right, so let's first start with, all right, so I asked you when you came in, but what actually happened? Because this was supposed to happen like during the summer.
I know, bro.
And then you're hitting me during December, you're like, hey, bro, I got to get on.
I know, bro.
So what happened?
That's my bad, man. Just bad planning, timing, stuff happening in life, for real. You know, I got 2 kids, you know what I mean? So
that does play a factor.
You know, that play, I got a business, so it'd be a lot going on. Then I'm still making music, you know, on the side. So it's like, it's a lot. But that's my bad, though. You know what I mean?
And I'm assuming
intentions was pure, though, bro.
I'm assuming you were trying to promote the head project, which I'm not going to mention it, but we'll mention it a little bit later.
Oh, he's 80s baby.
Dropped.
Yeah.
That's what the goal was.
I was trying to promote that joint, you know, on here, but just timing, bro.
Okay, so first let's talk about like how things been going for you since our first interview. That was what, a year ago or
probably like a year or 2 ago, something like that.
Okay, so how have things been going since then?
Well, first I want to tell you, man, I see you, bro, and I'm proud of you, man. Keep doing your thing. I see your grind, your elevation, like for real talk from the heart. Like you doing your thing, keep pushing, don't stop. Keep doing the shit, bro. Like, we need this in the city. You know what I'm saying? We need more of this. So, you one of the leaders of this space. So,
no,
keep doing it. You are, bro. I mean, my opinion. So, keep doing your thing, bro. Just take your flowers, man. You know what I mean?
I do appreciate it. But there's obviously new heights that I'm trying to reach. And I know you probably feel the same way, because I see you dropping consistently,
You already know what this is, you know? So, that's why I respect it. I see, you know, because I do the same thing. So, you know, I see somebody else doing what I'm doing, they that focused and you know, dedicated to their craft. You know, you got to salute that, bro. You know what I mean?
All right, bro. Now, I didn't have a lot of time to prep for this, but when I looked, I was like, oh yeah, I had next time I gotta have like at least 2 weeks, bro.
Yeah,
the amount of music, and I'm sorry I did not get to all of it.
Yeah.
There's the God Don't Like Ugly, Root of All Evil 2, The Almighty Dollar, 80s Baby, and that's not even mentioning the 2 EP projects that you have with Gotti.
Yeah, with bro,
So just talk about how you've been able to be so consistent and drop all this music.
I love it, bro. That's just simple and plain. I can add all the extra curricular stuff to it, man. I just love it, man. I just love making music, you know. I just a passion. From anybody that know me know I've been doing this shit my whole life. Like, people may just be getting hip to me now, you know, because I've been home for 5 years or whatever, but, you know, well, over 5 years, but I've been doing this my whole life. It's a part of me, you know. I am music. Music is me, so that's how I look at it. So it's something that, like, I tell people all the time, I might be like 60 years old, still writing rhymes. Now, that's not necessarily saying I'm going to record, but I'm going to still be writing, producing. I'm going to have my hand in music some way, somehow, you know. I can't not. You know what I mean?
Well, all right, so what is the process in making the music? Because when you have this amount of music, it's like, when are you having time to create it? Because I do see that you're working, and it's like, the work that you do, I don't know if you want to talk about it, it's not it's hard work.
Yeah, you know,
so to be able to still do music at the same time, how are you able to drop all these projects and have music? Like, are you fresh off work? All right, I'm gonna make 2 songs, or like on a Saturday make a project.
Yeah, see, when I get off, I kind of like, it's all about timing because, you know, you got your real life, you know, you got your responsibilities just as a man, you know, your bills, your kids, and your family, you know, that comes first, and then you got everything else. So I try to keep music, I try to make it a priority in my life. You know, I try to make sure I make time for, you know the saying, you know, you make time for what's important. So I be having to make time just for this. Like, I had to, like, you know, dead work today because I, you know, come do this, you know, for my passion. So, you know, now it ain't setting me back or nothing, but, you know, just you gotta make some sacrifices. So, you know.
All right, for sure. Now, out of all those 4 solo projects, was there one that you like appreciated the most, or you had a favorite out of the 4?
Out of the 4 that I dropped, I'll say 80s Baby, probably my favorite. You know, I mean, got my mother on the cover with me. But yeah, I think that's just probably my favorite out of the God Don't Like Ugly too. Is like I love that project as well. Before 80s Baby, that probably was my favorite, but now that I dropped 80s Baby, that's my favorite. But this new shit probably be my new favorite.
Hold on, we'll get to that. Okay, so now another thing I want to ask is because the 80s Baby promotion, I know you wanted to increase the promotion with coming on the platform, but I will say is like, that's what I had seen you promote the most.
Yeah.
Now the other projects, it seemed like you may have just dropped them, but the 80s Baby is just like, we just seen that. Like I seen that the most. I don't know if it was the algorithm that was just pushing it or what was going on. So do you feel as if though you promoted the projects outside of 80s Baby well, or?
You always look back and be like, man, I could have did that better. I could have rolled it out better. I could have invested in this better. You know, I mean, you always got things you look back on that you wish you could have did better. In hindsight, it's 2020. But I thought I did pretty good. I mean, it's just me. You know what I'm saying? Doing this. I mean, I got my team, you know, my homies, you know, the people that support me. But for the most part, it's just me pushing this. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, you can only do what you can do, you know?
So you would say that the 80s Baby meant a little bit more, having your mom on it meant a little
having
bit
Mom
more to
Dukes
you.
on it, and just the space I was in, I was like in a real good groove.
And that was you when you were a kid, right?
Yeah, that was me when I was a kid. Yeah, I was a little baby, 3-4 years old. So, yeah, just, you know, just the space that I was in when I made that project. And I was, because how my recording goes, like, I record all year round, but there's times where you like get a groove, like you hit a sweet spot where you just, everything you recording is clicking. Like, you know what I mean? The way your voice sounding in the studio over the beats you picking, you and the engineer got a good, you know, synchronization or whatever. So yeah, bro, like you know, it just meant a lot to me. You know, there was a lot of things that, you know, I felt I had to touch on that project, just with, you know, the song Hurt No More, just talking about, you know, a lot of black on black crime. And I know it's an oxymoron because I be talking that shit too, but, you know, you got to try to slide it in there. Yeah, I try to mix it in there as best as I can, but yeah. Love that project.
Now, you typically are consistent with the videos. It seems like you try to aim for maybe 3 to 4 videos per project.
Doubt. Yo, you do your research, man.
Of course, bro. You haven't been in a long time.
No doubt. I see you. Yeah,
of course. So when we're talking about that, who are you shooting videos with? Because, you know, the cameraman, it gets crazy out there, and there's a lot of different cameramen. But do you stick with this consistent cameraman? And who have you been shooting with the most?
Me and my team, we've been shooting our own videos. You know what I mean?
That's why you're able to do it.
We've been doing our own, you know, my cousin Bangum, Gotti, you know, everybody that's been rocking with me, you know, been helping me with making these videos. Everybody been helping me making these videos, holding the camera, editing them, you know, giving me ideas of where we can shoot spots at, and you know, little treatments for the video. But yeah, it's been my peoples, man, my team.
So outside of your team,
and yeah, I gotta give a shout out though to my man Gio made it. I ain't do one with him in a minute, but you know, I definitely gotta get with Gio, man. And my man Gray Cloud nice too, man. Yeah, I gotta get with him too. I love his work too. So
that was gonna be my next question. So when it's like a certain idea that you might like, I don't know what I want to do with this, those are the people that you'll typically aim for.
Like if I ain't like really in the mood, or my peoples can't, you know, we can't link, you know, time, you know, everybody's schedule be different, then, you know, always got those connections. So
You ain't got to tell me scheduling is the most difficult
Yeah, that's
part
like,
of this.
oh man.
That's why I
'Cause we
try
got
to,
lives, man. I mean, you know.
that's why it's like how like you just were saying, like when you get in that mode where you're like, okay, I want to make music. I'm feeling good to make music. That's how I do at the interviews. I try to knock out like 3 to 4 and then just chill for the next
chill for a
couple.
minute, yeah, because you're sitting on content. Yep.
But then, it's hard to talk about current events and stuff like that. But all right, now my next question. This is going to be a little bit of a difficult question.
all right.
Now, I feel as if, though, you have to step out your comfort zone and work with some of these younger artists, bro. You have to, because not only will your sound mesh with them and it will show a different sound altogether, but we now have, the streamers. We have, you have to tap in with them. And also, like, they might need some advice.
Yeah, no doubt.
You be spitting a lot of advice on these songs.
No doubt.
So, do you feel as if, though, that's something you're willing to do is step out your comfort zone?
I'm definitely looking at some young dudes, some young artists that, I feel my style and they style and mesh. And, like you said, take me out of my comfort zone. You know what I mean? There's a few of them. I won't speak on them, but there's a few of them that I see like, I'm gonna reach out to him when the time is right. Yeah, there's a few though. I actually want to do more music with women. You know what I'm saying? I want to do
rappers.
I want to do more music with females. Like, you know what I mean? I want to do some whether they rap artists, they singers, whatever they do, because I think that masculine and feminine energy, that's life. You know what I'm saying? So I think that on a song, on a project, that'd be super dope. But it got to be the right young lady for that.
No, for sure. And I be questioning that. I'm like, why aren't a lot of the rap artists working with the women? Like, do they not know what a hook would do with a woman singing on it and then your bars?
Oh, man. But, these women be superstars, so they be kind of hard to, you know what I mean? If you ain't Little Baby or, somebody like that, they be like, all right. So
it will happen. Now, the next thing I want to talk about is the undergrounds thing. Now, when I was looking at this, I was confused. Is this a promotion platform, a rap cipher platform?
Undergrounds, man.
And
shout out to my homegirl Scarlett, man.
Okay.
Like she wound up seeing my music and we start following each other, and she got a promotional site. So that's what she do. She push all up and coming artists.
In Pittsburgh or in general?
The tri-state area, period.
Okay.
You know what I mean? But it's all over the world for real. Like she ain't just limited to just that particular part. But and she show love, man. She show love to everybody. So I would encourage, if you an underground artist or whatever, man, mess with her, man. She's dope. Like, she'll push you. She ain't gonna charge you a crazy price to promote your stuff, man. Like, and she real. Like, so shout out to Scarlett, man.
So you said she seen your music and she just reached out to you?
Yep.
And what was the process
that was kind of mutual. I can't really recall who reached out to who first. It really don't matter. We just both got a mutual love for music, and she knows she believe in what I do, like, to the fullest. So, I respect that, and I'm riding with her too. So, you know what I mean? It's my homegirl for sure.
And then the next thing I seen you did it, and now you don't typically do a lot of interviews. I think I seen you with Mines, and of course the next one was I'm mentioning this right, the Detainables. You did?
No. Oh yeah, Detainables. Yeah, I did do them. Yeah.
I was about to say, yes, you did.
Yeah, I did.
That.
Yeah. Them is my men, some of my guys too, man. They funny, man.
So that was more of just like a around like 2 to 5 minute interview, which they clipped up. Yeah. So how did that happen? And what was
man,
the connection with them?
I seen them interviewing somebody, man, and I just like the way they interview style. And I'm like, man, let me holler at these dudes, man, see what they about, man. And we kind of linked up, and it was pretty good, man. I like them dudes. It was a different style of interview. There was like kind of like a run and gun type of thing, but it was cool though, man. And I like how they put it together. Had some funny clips on there, but shout out to them, man, for sure.
And outside of them, there wasn't no other interviews that you did, correct?
No, I don't think I did any since then. I think that was it.
Now, the next thing. Al, I might have seen this on the first project when you were here, but I don't think you had a producer tag on it, the Fast Money. So that's your label, correct?
Yeah, that's my stuff. Yeah.
Now, typically on these newer songs, I hear the Fast Money on there. So who's doing that? Is that AI? Is that female? Like, how did you create that?
That's my homegirl, the Queen. We call her the Queen. Okay. She gave me the tag back in the day, and yeah, it was dope, man. Like, it's stuck ever since. I came up listening to Rick Ross, Maybach Music, and people that had like just distinctive tags that when you hear that, you know that's you expecting a certain type of quality of music. So I kind of borrowed that from that, that idea and put my own spin on it. And it's been working out. But I've been having it for real. I've been using that tag, since it's been a minute. Since my second project, Gods Don't Die, the first one, I've been using it since then. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
All right, now let's get to the main thing that I know you're happy and excited to talk about is the new project. So why specifically that you wanted to promote this one in specific? Like, what made you like, okay, no, this is the one that I want to push. I want to go on Pittsburgh Chatter or promote on the platform. Why this project specifically?
Well, for one, I was been supposed to come up here, you know what I mean? So my word is everything to me, you know what I'm saying? So, we already scheduled that, so I was going to make sure whether if I ain't have no music or whatever, I was going to make sure I made it up here because, we spoke on that already. But
Bars No Hooks.
Bars No Hooks, that's, it's a different project from I always have songs on there where I'm just rapping straight through. I'll have a few of them on there where I do that. But I'm like, why not take it back to the old mixtape type feel and just do a whole project like that with like original beats and just rap straight through on all of them. Kind of still have concepts of the song, have the song have a concept, but just no hooks. Just get straight to the point, straight through, and see how that works out.
So there wasn't no specific reason why you did it like this? Because
just wanted to test myself, just to see. Because sometimes when you make hooks, right? Because I pride myself being a bar lord. That's what I do. I'm a spitter, so. Sometimes when you rapping, you got a hook. You might have a 12-bar verse or a 16-bar verse, and you got a hook. Well, a lot of times, the hook, if it's a 4-bar hook, you doing it twice, so it's 8 measures. You know what I mean? It's 8 bars. So that's like at least like 30, 40 seconds of the song. You know what I mean? So it's just like, man, I want to show motherfuckers I really do this. Like, you know what I mean? I really spit. So which best way to eliminate the fillers, which is the hook, and I'm going to give you straight bars. That's what I'm on.
So that leads me into my next question, because you're not the only person that's starting to do this. Yeah. Do you feel as if, though, the hooks era is starting to go out of style a little bit?
Well, the attention span is short for, this generation that's coming up. Well, I ain't even going to say this generation, all of us, because of the internet.
That's why clips go up more now.
We want instant. Like, a person may do a podcast, and the podcast might not get a lot of views, but the clips do crazy numbers.
I see that firsthand, bro.
That's an example of, the attention span. People won't be having time to just sit and watch something for a whole hour, or if they do, they want to do it on their own time. So it's the same with music. Person put your song on, they might only listen to like a minute of it. Even if they like it, they still may only give it like a minute of their time, which is good, 20 seconds of a person's time is valuable to me because that's 20 seconds that they can't get back of their life. So, I try to make sure that every time, they hear me on a song, I give it my all, to the best of my abilities. And this right here is a way for me to give you as many bars as I can. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so you were able to send me a couple songs. The Sucker Free, Corporate Cooks, and what was the last one that you sent me?
Sucker Free, Corporate Crooks, and I think I sent you Dear America. What's it?
Or no. It was the one that I'm assuming that you're going to lead. It was Bar No Hooks.
Oh, Final Boss.
Oh, Final Boss. Yeah, okay,
Final Boss. Yeah,
so
yeah.
You sent me these. Let's start with Corporate Cooks. Now, in a lot of your songs, like you said earlier, you do talk about some street shit, but then you'll throw some bars in there where it's like you're trying to give people a little bit of knowledge and stuff like that. So do you do this specifically for a reason, or is just the way you rap so it just happens naturally?
Well, I'm older, bro. I'm grown, you know what I'm saying? We enter in a different space with hip-hop, because hip-hop, like I tell people all the time, is fairly young as an art, as a genre of music. It's young for real. 50-something years, 51, 52 years or whatever, so it's still young. So we're just now coming into the point where our elders, my bad, as artists now, we got to see them grow up and still do music, people we looked up to at a high level at, an advanced age. And I think that's the new thing. It's making way for people like me, other people who still got a passion for it, to not feel like, oh, you too old to make music, or you still got your And so I'm saying all that to say, like, I put those jewels in my music because of maturity. You know what I'm saying? I'm older now, so I can't just say a bunch of bullshit.
So when you were younger, did you
say that again?
When you were younger, was it more just like straight?
I mean, even when I was young, I was a little bit more vulgar when I was younger because my verb, I ain't have my wordplay up yet, but yeah, I kind of always threw little jewels in my raps. Even when I was young, I kind of thought about things differently, but I was just a little bit more aggressive when I was younger.
Now, and specifically towards the end of this song, you have a bar where you say, "You a fool to think corporate cooks play better." Now, here's my question on this, because I recently had seen a clip where, and it's crazy, I seen this and then it relates to the interview and the song, where 50 Cent has said, yo, the people in business is a little more gangster than the street. Like, what? You can expect them, but you can expect what's going to happen in the beef streets. But when you're in these business rooms, it just takes a piece of paper and a signature and you're done. Yeah. So do you really feel as if, though, that's true? Yeah. Like, it gets a little bit crazier when you're in business versus in the streets?
And all the little stuff people do, man, passive aggressive things people do in business, it's like you'd be like, dang, man, I thought the streets was grimy. Nah, man, these people that you deal with once you start, making some legal money,
you don't even know it's coming.
There's still obstacles there too, bro. IRS, all type of stuff, man. Just it's people that got their own business and been maintaining a business, for a substantial amount of time. They understand that, you know what I mean. Corporate crooks is real.
So you were speaking in this bar specifically. You were speaking from experience.
Yeah, but that's when if you dealing with corporate crooks, what that make you? Because you got to be a crook too. So it is what it is.
So wait, do you? All right. So if you do go, I know this is going to trail off a little bit. When you're going through certain things that happen in business, like, and say something does happen where someone kind of, if it is the IRS or if it is a business person that does something grimy, like, what's the feeling like? Because you can't really react the same way. So what's the feeling like?
Well, that's when you get lawyers involved, and you just gotta know what you're doing. You gotta do research on whatever business you in, whatever, you just gotta dot your I's, cross your T's, and stay on point, man, because just like you would do in the streets, like a dude would do if he hustling, if he out there grinding, his alerts is on. He watching for dudes on the corner. He watching for the jack boys, the police. He's watching for all these different things because anything can happen. It's the same in legal, with the legal life. You know what I mean? Everybody's trying to get to the top. So we live in a capitalistic society, bro. So you gonna have crooks in every part of business. Like the sharks, they everywhere. So you just got to be aware of that and understand that when you see it and some crooked stuff happen to you, you got to be able to pinpoint it, because sometimes people can be getting played and not even know because they don't got the information.
It's just
you know what I'm saying? So you just got to be on point. That's all, and try to deal with solid people.
So is Crooked Cooks one of the songs that you're going to lead with for the project? Or you haven't made that decision
probably
yet?
Not, because, I got other joints on there, but I'll probably shoot a video to it. I got some ideas for a video.
You said 16
songs.
16 songs,
yep.
Okay.
And that's like the last song on there, I believe. So, but yeah, I'm probably do something to it, but I got other joints that I'm going to push to the forefront, like that Final Boss.
Now, that's a song where you drop some gems and it's a mix of both. Then we got another song where that I was able to hear, Sucker Free. Now. Yeah. This has to be a diss. This has to be personal towards somebody. There's no way, bro. I can't. You moved out OT so you can wife a whore. Like, bro. This has to be.
It's not.
There's no way.
I swear.
So
if it was, bro, I would put a name on it. I'm one of them rappers. If I got an issue with you, I'm gonna put a name on it. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't into the drama. So a lot of my rhymes too, they may sound like I'm talking about somebody, but it's not. I'm just writing because I used to battle rap when I was younger. Like I was a battle rapper, so a lot of my rhymes they come off as like I'm talking about somebody. You know what I mean? One of my peoples had put me on that too. Like, yo, who you talking about? I'm like, bro, I ain't talking about nobody. I'm just. It's just shit that's coming to my mind that I'm writing. You know what I mean? Different scenarios or just different things, creative ideas. But it's not. I'm not talking about nobody specifically. You know what I mean? If I was, I would do a whole thing. I would, you know, because I study the greats when they battle rap people. You know, they go the whole length. They do the whole, you know what I mean? So I'm going to make a whole spectacle out of the situation. So nah, I ain't talking about nobody. So I hope nobody don't think I'm talking about them because I promise you, if I was, you would know. I'm not talking about nobody.
So I'm not, even if you're, all right, so I hear what you're saying, but there may be people that listen to this song and might take offense to it. Like,
I mean, I hope not, you know.
Because there is a new wave where niggas, ladies is leading the household and taking lead and shit. So it might be taken that way. That's so even if you're not, somebody be like, damn.
If the shoe fits, wear it. But I'm not talking because I don't know nobody's business. You know what I mean? For me to be talking about. So these just be scenarios that you may see some shit on TV, different shows. Because I watch Fatal Attraction and all these different type of shows because I'm interested in that. You know what I mean? So plus, you know, my shorty, she be watching that stuff too. So, you know, it kind of, you know what I mean? It gives me ideas when you watching different things and different scenarios and you be like, man, no, that never could be me. So. But nah, I ain't talking about nobody.
Okay.
But if they, like I said, if somebody felt like I was talking about them, you know.
To each his own.
To each his own, but, you know.
Okay, another bar. Your God in the mirror, they still look confused. And this is another thing that I'm going to relate to a clip I seen where Ye was calling himself a God. Yeah. But people take it the wrong way. I think I want to correct him a little bit, and I hope this is what he was saying, is like God is within you.
Right.
So you have to see God within you. So can you explain this bar? And if I'm incorrect and that's not how you meant it, can you talk about this bar a little bit?
Well, I try to say some profound things to people and give them some insight about who they are. It's harder now than it's ever been because you got so much information because of the internet. So you got so many different perspectives coming at you, so many different religions and beliefs. So it's just like you don't know what to believe. So if you don't know what to believe, then where else is to turn to? Yourself. You know what I'm saying? So as long as you got self-belief, you are the God of your life. You control what happens with you. You know what I'm saying? If you have the ability to walk outside. If you wake up, God bless you. You know, the Most High bless you with the opportunity to see another day. There's people who don't got legs. There's people who don't got arms. You got the opportunity to do that. So you got to look at yourself in the highest light. And I think there's something that's happening with these young kids with depression. They not confident in themselves. They don't believe in ourselves. And I think it's because of my generation of parents. I think my generation of parents, we're good providers, but we're not good parents. You know what I'm saying? Like we buy these kids whatever they want. They done had, my generation of parents done dropped the bag on our kids. You know what I'm saying? For sure. But it's kind of making them weak. They don't want to work. They don't want to do nothing. They depressed. Listen to the music that these kids is making. It's depressing music. Like, so we live in a world, man, where it's like, if we don't get it together as parents and start instilling that belief in our kids, like, yo, you's a God. You look at yourself in the highest order. Don't look at nobody above you. You know, be humble, but, you know, pep talk yourself. Look in the mirror. Tell yourself, like, yeah, I'm him. I'm her. Whatever, you know?
I think you're correct about that, but I also think I'm seeing a little bit of a shift where they are starting to, like, you know, try to do their own thing, step out a little bit. But there was this, you're correct, there was this 10-year period of where it was just like, nah, I don't want to go outside. I don't want to do this.
I'm just speaking from what I see happening around me.
Social media,
the people around me and social media, but more so just real life. What I see happening with the people around me my age and their kids and, you know, what their kids is doing and what they're not doing and what they involved in and what their focus is just, it ain't it. You know what I mean? And it ain't because the parents ain't there. It ain't because the parents ain't trying to teach them right. It's just, I just think we pacified these kids too much because of a lot of us had messed up childhoods. So we try to overcompensate for our children, but it's making our kids weak. It's making them, because they don't want to do nothing.
And bro, we got to talk about it too, bro. It's a little bit of the food too, bro.
Oh
That's
my, yo.
It's a levelly, that plays a part.
I'm telling people now, man, if you believe, and this is going to be controversial, but whatever, if you believe that the meat that you eat in pause, but that's humans. If you don't think it's humans,
I've heard
bro,
this.
it's humans, bro. It's where do you think them kids is going?
So you think that it's, what are you talking about? Are we talking about beef in specific, chicken, or just all of it in totality?
It don't matter what it is. You got to think, bro, there's like 7-8 billion people on the planet.
And a lot of deaths.
The fuck is they getting all this?
I thought they were just genetically modifying it, maybe in the lab or something. Because I've seen them create hamburgers and stuff, but like
that's what they tell us. They say anything though. I don't believe what these people say, bro. I believe that's why these kids is missing, women is missing. I believe that's what's going on. You know what I mean? Like for real. Like I believe they're using dead carcasses too. Like, you know what I'm saying?
To feed us?
Yeah, to feed us, bro.
I don't know.
Listen, let me ask you this. Where you think all these bodies are going?
I mean, I would be stupid to say that they're all getting buried.
So you think 100,000 people is buried in one of them small ass cemeteries?
All right, here's my reasoning. All right, my reasoning
on record to say that, but
my reasoning might not be the same as yours, but I do think there is some like fiction towards like, you know, how it is, because there's just no way that everyone's be getting buried. And then you start thinking about the people that might not have families. And so there is, I'm not sure what is happening with the bodies, but I'm definitely sure that all of them definitely aren't all buried. It's just impossible. And you would eventually just have to end up stacking coffins on coffins. So that's my reasoning for thinking about it. Of course, I know it may get deeper, but
I think the elites is taking the organs out of these people. You know,
I wouldn't doubt that. I
believe a lot of these doctors are crooked. I believe they're doing stuff. They're misdiagnosing people on purpose, and just so they can get their organs, because you know in the black market, organs is a lot of money. For real. So you gotta do your research on some of this stuff, man. People may think when you start talking like this, they'll be like, yo, you's a conspiracy theorist. But nah, I just move off of logic, bro. You know what I'm saying? What makes sense and what don't. And a lot of the stuff that's going on, if you really in tune and paying attention and watching, it's right there in your face, man. All these politicians, that's why I don't believe in politics, man. It's all a facade. You know, it's to get one side against the other, and the people below them, while they up there getting fat, eating, we down here fighting amongst each other about some ideologies that the elites gave us.
All right, so now
that don't make no sense. But go ahead, bro. My bad.
You opened the can of worms. So there is something that I'm curious about, because typically in most religions you always see there's one God and we all believe in this one God.
Right.
And then now eventually it starts separating after that. So there's that, and then there's also just how it is in the government in general. You know, the Democrats, Republicans, but people don't even know there's. Is it independents and there's some other, but people don't usually vote for those people, so they may get like 1 or 2% of the votes. So do you feel as if though all these things are like from religion to even the government and how we vote is just typically to just like kind of separate us?
Well, definitely. I mean, because if the people all come together and as a collective, then they're no longer going to be in power.
Specifically,
but see,
black
the
people.
spooky thing about that, and I think about this a lot, because I believe in humanity. So I believe there'll be a time where all of us will get on the page. I hope. I hope and pray this day comes. It may not be me, you may not be here to see it, but I believe there's going to be a time where all of us come together, right? Against the elite, the establishment, the government, whatever you want to call it. The thing I fear is, you know, when a person has power, they'll do anything to keep it, bro. Even if that means destroying themselves. And that's something that I worry about because these people been in power forever. You think they want to give that power away like willingly? Especially once they've been living a certain way for so long. They've been living like kings and gods on earth, basically. So you think they want to give that up?
All right, look, let's just jump back,
But, you know-
and then I want to ask you about some crypto too. I want to ask you what your thoughts on that, because recently I've been getting mixed views on that. At first it was all one thing, but okay. So for the project, do you have a drop day, and what's going to be your specific rollout? Are you doing a video first, doing a song first? What's going to happen with that?
It drops December 19th, and I'm probably going to drop because I'm trying to do at least. It's 16 songs, so I at least want to do half the project with visuals. So I'm definitely gonna I might drop like 2 videos that day.
Is
Who
anyone
knows?
have you recorded for any visuals already recorded?
Yeah, I got 3 videos already ready to go.
okay.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm probably going to do some more, of course. But yeah, I'm gonna drop some videos that day. Drop the project. Hopefully this be out around that time. So
I'm gonna check. I'm gonna try. Now, I'm gonna go back to the question that I had
no
next.
doubt.
Now, I've been getting mixed reviews on the crypto thing. 5 years ago, everyone was saying invest in crypto, even before people were saying invest in crypto. Now I'm seeing people say pull out of crypto, but then I'm also seeing that gambling sites and things like this are becoming more prominent, and that they use a lot of the cryptocurrencies. So, what do you feel about crypto? Is it bad? Is it good?
Well, they're trying to force it on us. I think, my personal opinion, I think that it's not doing as good as they're trying to make it seem. But I think
You think it was though?
I don't even think it was. I think that they want it to be. They want us to transfer to one currency. You know what I mean? They want the world to be one currency. That's why I try to tell these people, like you think these people are really, these politicians, these world leaders is really beefing? Really? I don't believe it. You know what I mean? But whatever. But I think the cryptocurrency, that's something that they trying to force on us. But what is it backed by? Because, the currency before, the dollar was
Gold.
backed by gold, Fort Knox and all that. But of course, people wind up understanding like, well, there's not that much gold for the money that we making and printing and spending. So, you know what I mean? So they found other ways to back the money. You got to have something to back the money or the money is nothing. And they trying to make digital currency, and that's creating nothing.
So do you also feel as if though, because I know one of the benefits that would gain, like I guess the government and everything would gain from cryptocurrency is the blockchain, which is essentially you seeing everything that the crypto is being spent on, versus if I'm spending $20 on hair, you don't know. I could be buying a burger, I could be buying some fries, or I could just be giving it to a friend. You don't really know what the $20 is going to, versus if I'm sending 10 Bitcoin or 1 Bitcoin, you know exactly what it's being paid for.
Right.
Do you think that also plays a factor?
It does. And I also think that money, please don't get misconstrued what I'm saying. I don't think money as we know it is going to be how it is in the foreseeable future. I think that's going to change. Now, what it's going to change to, I don't know. It'll probably be something digital, but I don't think it's going to be crypto. I think it's going to be something else that they create that they're kind of going to force everybody, because they kind of doing it now. A lot of places don't even take cash. They just straight card.
I had Mari in there. He was saying that outside the country that they don't even really take the dollar no more.
Yeah, they
They'll
don't.
exchange it, but they won't take it.
That. The money is decreasing now, so they're trying to figure out what they're going to replace the money with. You know what I mean? But I would just tell people, man, get your finances in order. Invest in the right things. I'm in the process of trying to, build a trust fund, for me and mines. And yeah, it's time for people, especially people my age, to start looking into that stuff and really handling their business.
Creating generational
You know what
wealth.
I mean? For real, because it's about to get wicked out here, man.
So you obviously that would lead into the next question, which what are some of your interests outside of music now? Where have you been getting into outside of music? Of course, you have a family, so you're not out here partying.
No doubt, yeah.
But sports, anything like that?
I've been. What you mean, like what I've been like watching and stuff, or
Just in general?
In
like
general,
what you've been doing?
I've been really chilling, man. Just focusing on working. I've been trying to get back into the gym more. focusing on my eating habits more because I'm getting older. So this is the time where I got to start like really locking into my health and like kind of cutting all the sugar out and salt, you know.
And it's hard. We've been doing it for years,
bro.
yeah.
It's man, because they got the year 2000 snacks out here now, man. What? I be in my bag. Any new flavor or anything, like I gotta try it, man.
Yeah,
so, but you know, I've been trying to be more conscious of that. But nah, just kicking it with my family, my kids, you know, doing this music stuff, man. Just staying out the way, bro.
Any football, basketball? You watch any sports?
Oh yeah, I've been tapped into the Steelers, man. They got me heated right now. Like I don't know what's going on. I don't know, man.
We not used to this losing
like,
stuff.
I just, I don't like it, bro. And we had like a 2-3 game lead on Baltimore. How they ahead of the division now? Like, this is crazy.
Then we get beat by the Bears.
Get beat by the Bears,
By 3
man.
points.
Like, come on. Like,
Well, did you see the Browns game? Did you see Shador, or you're not?
yeah, I'm happy for him, man. Like, because I'm a big fan of his father, Dion. Like, that was, you know, one of the people I looked up to when I was younger. I still wear his shoes till this day. You know what I'm saying? But,
So, are you hip on his situation at all, and like how they did him?
Oh yeah, I mean, who ain't? I mean, if you tapped into sports, you definitely know what's going on.
So,
but
do you feel as if the NFL or the Browns organization is actually against him, or is just coincidental?
I don't think they're against him. They're against. Well, you could say they against him, yeah, but it's mainly targeted towards his father. You know what I'm saying? Because Dion,
Why though? He made them so much money.
he's a lightning rod though. You can't control him. Dion is a man. You know what I mean? He's an OG. He's a man. He stand on certain things, and when you a man, I mean, I don't know him, but just from the outside
you
looking
see.
in, from what I see, you know, he's one of them type of people. And when you that type of person, people, you know, they hold grudges, man. They don't like that. They don't like your light. They don't like to see you shine. You know what I mean? And he's black. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Bro, we're in 2025, and that still plays a factor.
That plays a factor like
God
no other, bro.
damn.
Like, he's a fact. Like, you know, you in the industry dealing with people who own the industry who look at you like you the bottom of their shoe. So they only gonna show you but so much love. You know what I mean? But that's when us as a people, we got to start our own football leagues, man.
Oh, they're not.
We
gonna
got
let
the
us, they're
best
not gonna let
players.
that
We got to
happen.
start our own in basketball leagues.
They're not gonna let that happen.
We got to do it. But see, it's not about them letting us do it. It's just the fact that our people don't want to take, like, we don't want to take the pay cut.
Bro, they will destroy anything we try to create. If every black person left sports, no disrespect, sports is done. Like, it's over.
Not leave sports, just leave these leagues, these good old boy leagues. Get out these leagues and let's start our own leagues. You're going to take a pay cut, but hey, that's establishing it for the next generation so our people can have, you know, generational wealth. And we got something that we can stand on and that can help build our foundation for what we trying to do for our community. But you got to sacrifice something, man. Unfortunately, it's hard to tell a person who's making $200 million every 3-4 years to get that up. So, you know.
Shit, I don't blame them.
Yeah, it's hard, you know. It's hard to, you know, to do that, but
them.
that's what needs to happen.
All right, the reason why I had asked about Shador and those, because trust me, when I post that and we talking about that, that's going to do well, gain attention for you and your platform, man.
No doubt. But that's real though. That, you know, that's just real talk. Like, forget just me and the platform. Like, you know, Dion is a black man, bro. You know, his son's a black young men. So
and
they're trying to do the right thing. They ain't in the streets. They ain't robbing and shooting and killing nobody. They just trying to, you know, do what they've been doing. His father's was a athlete. Now his son's, you know, taking up off of their father. So they doing the right thing, man. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
This is why when I interview you, it's just like I want to focus on one thing, but it's just like you'll say certain stuff. It's like, all right, I got to pick at that a little bit.
Yeah.
So why do you think people have a problem with confidence? And it might not even be like you might want to see everyone do well and help everyone. But since you're confident in yourself, it seems like people don't typically like that. So it's like you around certain people. I know. Don't kill me for saying this. It's like you have to tone it back a little bit just to make people feel comfortable.
Your light excites their demons, bro. You know what I mean? A lot of times, like, when you believing that you got God in you, you are of God, there's other forces that don't like that. There's always an opposition to good. Without evil, you couldn't define good. You know what I'm saying? So there's always going to be other forces. And he's black, bro. He's a black man. And, black men is the biggest threat in this country. We are the biggest threat in this country. We've been the biggest threat in this country. You know what I'm saying? And they know that. So you got a man who's showing the youth different. He's a father in his kid's life, and I ain't talking about the stuff he's been through with his wife and all that. Whatever. Everybody has those issues, but he still is raising his sons. He put his sons through college. Now, granted, he built that for himself, but he came from the dirt. He came from the slums, and he built that for his kids. So they don't want to see that. They want us to be negative. They want us to they want us to highlight the negativity, who's snitching, who ain't snitching, who messing with whose girl. They want us to highlight that stuff instead of highlighting, look at this black man being a father raising professional sons who's successful. That's an anomaly in this country.
All of them.
He's like one of the faces of that right now in this generation. So he's going to get attacked for that. You know what I mean?
It's like how LeVar was getting attacked.
Yeah, it's like LeVar Ball was getting attacked. So
you're right.
It takes us, though, as a community, the people that consume that, consumers, the people who watch this stuff and support it, we got to stand, make sure we support them, like, to the fullest. We can't waver, keep supporting these people because it's bigger than just Dion and Shador. It's
the black community.
The black community as a whole.
Yeah.
It's attack on them or attack on anybody in the black community that's doing something positive is attack on all of us. That's how we got to view it.
All right, no, we're going to run this time up. All right, so before I get to your goals and questions, there's a couple things that you had sent me that you said you wanted to highlight on. Now, you said specifically that a woman in Chicago, she had got beat or jumped by a group of Chicago kids.
Yeah, man, that's something that I just was like, it touched me, because...
But Chicago's crazy, though.
Chicago's crazy, man, but there's limits. There's no excuse for that, man. That's just disgusting. It's like, what is we doing as a people, bro? Like, and I've done dirt in my life. I done things that I'm not proud of, and, that's why I made this change now. But it's like, bro, what are we doing, bro? Like, as a people, like, what are we teaching our kids? And that's what I was telling you earlier. We are good providers, but we terrible parents. Like, these kids is wilding, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? And it hurt me. It touched me in a special place because my daughter got sickle cell, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I see what she go through. She suffer all the time, every day dealing with that. So me seeing that, it's like, it infuriated me. Like, but I had to check myself. Like, them is still babies. You know what I'm saying? They still learning, kids, and they black. You know what I'm saying? So who am I to criticize them? They're gonna get enough criticism from the world. You know what I mean? Because that's just what the internet do. That's what the world do. Some people don't even care. They still gonna criticize them. But I ain't trying to criticize them because they babies. And this is something that's probably gonna be on them forever. And when they get older, God willing, they look back on that and be like, dag.
And change their direction.
You know what I mean? Hopefully they didn't change, made something of themselves by then. But yeah, man, that's something that really touched me, man. It was unfortunate, man, and I feel for that mother. I pray that she gets a speedy recovery. Her kids get speedy recovery, find peace. She gets all the support that she need, man, because that was just definitely, like, unacceptable, bro. Like, it was sad. It's just a sad thing, man, because she can't defend herself like that. If anybody knows anything about sickle cell, that's a disease that attacks your bloodstream. So any moment, your muscles stop working. It just freeze up on you. You know what I'm saying? So that's cruel. You know what I mean?
I think that they just don't abide by any code. Like the women, kids, elderly, there's just no code nowadays. It's just like everyone can get it,
fathers,
and that's the problem.
Bro. The fathers, like I said with Dion,
like that.
That's what I'm saying to you about Dion. That's why us supporting Dion and LeVar and people like them.
Make that the norm.
That us supporting them is that vital, bro, because the fathers is missing in these kids' life, like for multiple different reasons, whether it's the mother just don't want the father in her life, whether the father just don't want to be in the kid's life, whatever it is. Now, our generation, the more fathers is there than the present time. I will say that. I will give us props on that. but the lack of masculinity in around these kids, the discipline, it ain't there no more, bro.
I think it's just family in general.
Yeah, the family structure ain't there no more.
Just not.
It ain't there, man. And I believe it started with the feminist movement in the 60s, and our people was tricked. Our women was tricked. They was duped into thinking that welfare and everything was the savior, and it split us apart.
It did.
You know, it split us apart, man. So now we gotta rebuild that.
Now,
it's a lot.
Let's pivot away again. Let's talk about the state of rap, because now, do you feel as if the rap's diluted? Or what do you feel as if, though, has stopped the rap from being maybe where it was? Because it has spikes where it was raising up. Then you see like people like X go, Juice WRLD go, and it kind of tanked down a little bit again. So where do you think the state of rap's at right now?
Rap is hurting right now. Music as a whole hurting right now because of the economy. But I think rap is hurting right now, of course, because of the streaming. But we don't have no real superstars no more. And if they do become superstars, it's short-lived. They have a run for about 6 months, maybe a year, and then it's on to the it's oversaturation, bro. Because it's so much is happening. You don't even got time to somebody drop a project. You don't even got time to really digest the whole project because somebody else just dropped.
Easy access to.
You know what I'm saying? It's just so much happening at one time. It's diluting the market, man.
Mm-hmm. So what do you think could be the change to maybe get it back on top? Because you said that there hasn't been a rap song in the top 40. Is that so?
Yeah, there hasn't been a rap song, if I'm not mistaken, there hasn't been a rap song in the Billboard top 40 this year. And that's the first time in like 30 years that's happened. Like, and at one point in time, hip hop was the leading genre of all music. So now, what's that a tribute to? Like,
well, is that a good thing or a bad? Maybe it's that people are pivoting away from. Maybe that can be a good thing in some sort, because if there's not a lot of like, we're not talking about your music because you drop gems and you mix it to both. We're talking about some people that are just gonna, like you said, have the straight vulgar. So maybe it is a good shift. No.
Nah, because I just believe I'm not gonna say everybody shouldn't have access to make music and create art. You know what I'm saying? Everybody should have that opportunity to get their art heard. But there'd be a lot of bullshit out there, bro. It'd be a lot of niggas it'd be a lot of bullshit out there. And you got people that be so, like, for lack of a better term, be dick riding so much, so hard that they don't even, like, they ain't gonna tell niggas that tell they mans or whatever, like, that ain't it. You know what I'm saying?
And this is the reason why
I got people around me.
You got bars though, so you're a
not
lyricist.
Even that, but not to cut you up, but I got people, and if when this project drop, you gonna hear the first song on the intro. I got my peoples on there, like, leaving me messages on my phone, like, yeah, you better drop this shit, better be hot, better not be weak, nigga. Da, da, da. Like, my peoples was hard on me. If I'm make some bullshit, they gonna let me know. You know what I mean? So yeah, I just think it ain't a lot of good music. It's a lot of bad music. Put it to you like that. It's a lot of music in general, but majority of it is not good music, you know?
All right, see, oh my gosh. All right, so like an artist like NBA Youngboy, what's your thoughts on him? Because this is someone that has the youth and the new wave and culture on lock right now. So do you feel as if, I like some of his music, I'm not going to sit here and laugh, but then there's other songs where I'm like, I don't really like this. You could have pivoted away from saying this and that.
And this is where I believe hip-hop is in a weird place right now. It's in a new place, and meaning, like, our elders that was once young are now elders now, and they still making music. Everything ain't for everybody, and that's cool. That don't mean you might not listen to NBA. I don't listen to NBA Youngboy, but I done heard few songs from him that I was like, yeah, he running that. The one song he got though was my joint when I was upstate. I'm going outside today. That was like his first joint, right? That was my shit, but he's young, so his mentality and his perspective is that of a young man. So I'm really not supposed to connect to that like that. He's young.
So when he does change his perspective and the way he makes music, do you think that he'll get the same support?
doubt it. He won't get the same push because his message will change. So they want him to, because he got the youth in the palm of his hands right now. He's like the new Tupac. You know what I mean? So they all following him. So, and which is good for him. You know, you love to see a young black dude from the ghetto, from the hood, come up and, you know, exceed the heights. You know what I mean?
You answered it. If they're still going to support him if he does change his message. You're good. You're good. All right, so you answered it. But all right, so there's a couple more questions that I want to have, and then we'll talk about your goals and stuff.
No doubt.
All right. So now the new thing of I don't know if you're familiar with it, but you should because you have kids. Is streaming. And the IRL streaming, which is basically, you know, people out in public and streaming. So it's like almost reality TV. Right. So are you familiar with a little bit?
Yeah.
So what's your thoughts on this? And this is stuff I'm just asking you because...
I mean, it's just I just feel like it's a new medium. You know, it's a new medium for people to express themselves and be creative. It's still new, you know what I mean? But I believe it's dope. You know, there's going to be all type of new, different ways of people, you know, creative ways for people to express themselves. That's just another form of expression. You know what I'm saying? And I think it's pretty cool, you know. You're willing to go on streams? I would do a stream. Yeah, I would do it because I think they be doing some funny stuff on there. So I would definitely, you know, with the right person, the right environment, energy. Yeah, I would do a stream.
You said no crazy shit.
Yeah, I ain't with all that. You know what I mean?
Okay, I got you. The surprise pranks and stuff.
I'm too old for all that goofy stuff, man. Like, it's funny though. I watch it and laugh and be entertained by it, but I ain't gonna partake in that stuff myself. Like, I just, you know.
Okay, so now we're way over time here, but I love it because we was able to tackle a lot of things.
No doubt, bro.
Is there anything else that you want to mention and talk about some new goals that you have, or of course mention the project again, and even anything else you might have coming up, and performances, bro? You got to get out here and get some performances.
Man, I'm trying to get these shows jumping. Man.
I can link you with There's some people that have festivals. The only thing but it might not be a crowd. Though.
See, the only thing about shows, bro. There's shows that come to me all the time, but they for free. I'm past that, bro. Like, if you ain't trying to pay no money, don't come at me, bro. Like, I'm not.
Because that means you got family.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck I look like taking time out of my life to go perform in front of some people for free when I'm, you know, investing in my money into making music, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Now, I'm not in it per se to. That's not the only reason why I make music is to make money. But it's taking time away. I do want to make money if it's taking time out of my life and energy and money. Yeah, I want to make some bread back. So don't come to me with no, yo, man, I got a show for you, or you opening up, or a lot of times they hit you with because, you know, I'm plugged in with a few major artists. So they hit you with this shit like, they want you to pay to open up for them. I'm not paying that, though. If you think I'm dope and you think I'm good enough to open up for you or whatever, just shoot me to play. Don't be trying to hustle me. Like, nah, I'm cool.
Even if it's a couple dollars, you're willing to work like...
If it's a couple dollars, it ain't, you know, I ain't going to do nothing for no bag of weed. But you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But, you know, I'm reasonable. I understand where I'm at in my career or whatever. But, yeah, I ain't going to take no bullshit. You know what I mean? But, yeah, that's why you don't see me on the stage as much. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Like, because, you know... I need to get compensated. My homies hit me all the time. Yo, man, let's go perform such and such. They want us to come out such and such club or such and such bar or such and such want us to open up for them. And it's like, well, they got money? No, but I think it'd be, I'm cool, bro. I'm good. I'd rather, because I'm making my own money, so it's like I'm good, bro.
It's the time aspect that's taken away.
My time is valuable.
You got a family. You like you get minimum time off.
I'd rather be chilling in the crib and some pussy or something, man. I ain't, you know what I'm saying, for real, bro. Like, I got better things I could be doing just to entertain these motherfuckers for nothing. Like,
all right, so look, we do have to wrap up. So tell people, of course, where they can follow you, and of course, again, the new goals or things that you have coming up.
Yeah, y'all can follow me at GuttahFME on IG, GuttahFME on TikTok. Well, just Guttah on TikTok, but it's pretty much the same on all the platforms that I'm on. Make sure y'all tap into that Bars No Hawks. It drops on the 19th of December. I got a lot of content surrounding that, you know what I mean? My man Gotti about to drop. And, you know, if everything works out, his project could be out right now.
And you're on that
you know
too?
what I'm saying? I'm on that too. Me and him got a song. It's crazy you talk about Dion because we got a song on his upcoming project called Emmett and Dion. You know what I mean? Because back in the day, we used to play ball, so we used to call each other that and shit. But he got a project dropping. I got merch coming too. I know people be in my DMs asking me where the merch at. I got y'all. I got shirts
To promote the project.
Yeah, not just period. You know what I mean?
Okay.
But I got these shirts that I'm getting made. They call Corporate Crooks. Hopefully they be already out by the time this come out. But if not, make sure y'all be on the lookout for that. Check my DMs, check my social medias to see when it drops. You know, I'll post it and promote it or whatever. But yeah, just tap in, man. You know, subscribe to my YouTube and follow me and do all that good stuff, man. It don't cost you nothing. It's free.
All right. I appreciate you for coming. This is the part 2.
Appreciate you, brother.
All right. So I'm